This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com. Hi there, folks, and welcome to the Gilmore, the Gilmerrier. It's a podcast brought to you by us at TV Tuners. We're going through the Gilmore Girls world, looking at it an episode at a time.
The expanded universe.
I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and maybe boyfriend. We'll have to find out as the episode unfolds.
Am I the nice guy or the mean, creepy guy?
You're the nice guy. That's the boyfriend.
Oh. Hey, don't lay a finger on me, Swanson. I'll break your neck.
Whoa. Harsh. But deserved.
Yeah, you really should have murdered him right then and there. And from what I've heard, that would have been best for everyone involved.
Yeah. And with us, as always, of course, is our other co-host and doting grandmother who just wants to help out a little bit, I guess. Kioran.
Hey, I'm gonna subtly drop hints that I want to be somewhere.
Oh, where do you want to be?
And wait for you to invite me.
Yeah, where do you want to be, Kio? On the podcast?
I want to be at your house.
Oh, I mean, you can just come over.
Okay. You sure you want me over?
Then sure, I'm not doing anything. I'm just recording a podcast with some friends.
Like me.
Can I watch quietly?
Yes.
I would encourage you to participate, even.
Can I hoot and holler?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Hey, ooh. Like that?
Yeah, one of the things I have missed about the pandemic is the podcast no longer has a live audience.
Because they all died.
Yeah, COVID's a bitch. Get your vaccine, everybody. Welcome to the podcast.
Well, I mean, the real problem was that Stairmaster made his own variant.
That is true. But luckily, it was contained among the audience.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when every single person dies inside of the studio, there's no way it's going to spread anywhere.
Because I had him chained. Something you heavily criticized me for.
Yeah, I mean, I think the rate could have been like as low as like, I don't know, 80% if you let them go to the hospital.
But then it would have spread, and then they wouldn't have come back.
Yeah. Listen, he has his ways. All right, he did this for a reason. We just have to trust the method that he had here. Trust the plan. Yeah. So welcome to the Gilmore, the Gilmerrier, episode 9. Can you believe we've done 9 of these?
I can.
Well, we got paid.
It's true. We got paid to do more, actually. Shout outs to our friend Gio, who paid us to do 4 more of these. So there's that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's great stuff. So we'll have more of those coming down the line. As always, of course, this is brought to you by Buy Me a Coffee, as in you buy it on Buy Me a Coffee, and we do it. But it's not just Gilmore Girls stuff that you can buy on Buy Me a Coffee. You can buy anything your heart desires, really, and we'll do a bonus episode on it.
That's right.
It's over at buymeacoffee.com/tvtuners. Your heart's desire is there for a single coffee.
Unless it's the Turner Diaries. We will.
Yeah, sure.
We will not be reading.
We do have. I'm sure there's other things that we would put a no on, but all you have to do is find out. In fact, you could even ask.
How?
Like if you had a quip, a comment, a question, a foresight, otherwise, any of that stuff, really, you could send it to us at our email address.
Oh.
That's right. We have an email. It's tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
What's that email, Kioran?
Oh, you put me on the spot there, Swanson. It's like TV Tuners. Yeah, I think that's it, right?
That's right. You can be like Gio, who sent us this email. the Front Range Classic. What?
Okay.
What?
Those oat milk sipping trust fund hippies? No chance. I know just the guys we need. Fellas, take a knee. I just got off the phone with the mayor. The 4v4 Front Range Classic games are coming up next week, and he just lost his whole team to altitude sickness. He needs us to sub in. Don't worry, the rules are simple. We go head-to-head with the team from Boulder, and the winner takes the glory. We can't have those goddamn outdoor mall shopping, forerunner driving, first act of The Shining, setting, strutting around, thinking they're better than us for another damn year.
Wait.
Fortunately, we get to pick the game this year.
Oh, thank God.
What will it be? 1. Volleyball. 2. Competitive exterior house painting. 3. A fight to the death. 4. Thoughts. Choose wisely, fellas. Big Scoops Pete told me Boulder's 4 are a bizarro mirror of us. Except their Kyorain is their Stairmaster.
What?
Their Swanson won't shut the damn hell up about his fantasy league. And their Geo, well, he ain't pretty. All together now, let's hear it. 3, 2, 1, go Denver! Geo.
Oh.
P.S. Hey, is weed legal up in Boulder too? You know what? Better have the games here, just to be safe.
Were we supposed to say go Denver along with you?
How are we supposed to predict that if we're listening to the email being dictated to us?
Well, let's just do it. Let's just do it one more time.
All right.
3, 2, 1,
go Denver!
Go Denver!
Okay, close enough.
I love this deep Colorado lore we've got going here.
Well, yeah, everyone who lives in Colorado knows this. And also, Geo, yeah, weed is legal in the entire state.
Really, it's a Colorado thing, not a Denver thing.
Yeah, it's just that Denver is the most populous city, I think.
But yeah, the altitude sickness really gets you. It's just one day you just fall over, you're done for the day.
Yeah,
for the week,
it
for the month,
took a while for us to get used to it. Thankfully, we've been here for over a year now.
Here in Denver,
Yep.
where we're at.
It's where we're hanging out, all of us.
So I think we should go with a fight to the death. I've always wanted to kill an evil version of myself.
Yeah, but wouldn't an evil version of yourself know all the tricks?
And also, how do you know you're not the evil version?
Well, yeah, also, Kyorain is their Stairmaster, so that sounds bad for you.
So what you're saying is... I'm evil?
Sure.
I mean, are you good?
I thought...
Like, what do you do that's good?
Name one good thing you did in the last week.
Hold on. If I'm not good, then why are they the Bizarro versions?
Well, because this is the version Geo knows of you.
From our perspective, they're going to be Bizarro, even if they're like good versions.
Yeah, like their version of Geo is probably like, look at these Bizarro freaks from Denver.
I bet Bizarro Geo doesn't even say the word chode.
No, he probably has another colloquialism.
He probably just says cock.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just focused on the balls.
he just says huevos. A fight to the death, I think, is maybe one we can roll out. Thoughts? I'm not sure on. I don't know if I want it. I don't know what the game of thoughts is, and I'm afraid of it, actually.
I got a lot of ideas and concepts.
I am very good at thinking.
Out.
Well, I'm sure we're all very good at thinking, but who knows what the game is?
Well, look, if we're all good at thinking, that means our Bizarro versions would be bad at thinking.
Listen, think about this. We could chop up some onions, carrots, and bell peppers and put those all in a big bowl. Then we could spin the bowl around, toss it on the ground, pick it back up, put it down.
Is this the game of thoughts?
All right, now get this. Snow boots in the sand. Walk around, see what happens. There we go.
Help?
All right, well, maybe we'll...
Hold on, Keo, have you been replaced by Bizarro, Keo?
Think about this.
Oh, no.
If you order bagels from the store, they've already sliced those things. They've already got a slice through them. You can just take it apart with your hands. Think about that. That's crazy.
It's almost like they do it on purpose.
Oh.
Yeah. So those are my thoughts. You think I'd win at the game?
I think But okay, so I think Thoughts is up there. Now that we've hashed it out a little bit more, I think I've changed my mind.
I do want to say Thoughts sounds like a game invented by the British, so I'm not sure we want anything to do with this.
True. 2 is competitive exterior house painting. I don't think any of us are good at that, which probably means they're all really good at it.
But it would be a great bonding experience for us 3.
Well, Gio's also part of this. It's 4 of you.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking we were replace Gio with Martin.
He's just part of our team. Yeah, we'll just kick him out.
Yeah, well, we can probably fly Martin into Colorado.
Yeah.
From Estonia.
I'm sure he has a visa.
I will like permit the volleyball one, but only if it's beach volleyball. If it's regular, I'm not interested.
Yeah, if it's that's what I need to know. The problem, I think, Kioran, is that there's not a whole lot of beaches.
There's no beaches, but what we could do
they
is
got
just
lakes
make a beach
in Colorado.
What if we do mountain volleyball?
That'd be very cold.
That sounds like I'd fall down and hurt myself.
I mean, volleyball is a good, fun time with friends that's in no way homoerotic.
Well, it's not.
I thought that was the point.
Well, unless you're like, yeah, it's just a good time with some friends.
Look, am I going to be wearing a Speedo or not?
Probably.
Don't do it.
Okay.
I mean, it is it is winter time.
It's going to be normal.
In Colorado, where we live.
Yeah, at the beach.
Yeah, we got kicked out of the studio, and we're just bumming it on the beach now.
Yeah, you can hear the sounds of the waves rolling in and out if you listen closely.
True.
I don't advise it though.
Yeah, you might hear things, uncomfortable truths that you aren't ready for.
You may hear the horrors of the cosmos if you listen closely enough to this audio.
You may hear the tears of time. So I guess between volleyball and Thoughts, what do we think?
Wait, is this?
I think I have a lot of good ideas for Thoughts. I think I'm gonna.
Is it THOT?
No, there's no way it's spelled that way.
No, it's Thoughts. Here is what I thought today. I think we go with the game of Thoughts. I think we got this in the bag.
Yes, we are intellectual juggernauts of the podcasting world.
I've got a question for you guys about the world.
Oh. Is it going to make me think?
Who thought of a pretzel? Like, who thought, like, hey, let's twist it up in this shape? What's up with that?
That is a good question. What's the deal with pretzels? Truth, why do they look like the number 8?
Keo, do you want to know the truth? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I want the truth.
Pretzels were invented by a time traveler who traveled back in time to whenever pretzels were invented with the goal of creating something popular enough that in the time of George W. Bush's presidency, it could potentially kill him. Unfortunately, he failed. Or fortunately, I don't know. It depends on your perspective.
He had arthritis. That's why he couldn't just shoot George W. Bush.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. I think we got this game of Thoughts under wraps. Thanks, Gio. All right. Well, as always, of course, you can send any emails like that over to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. I have but one thing left to ask before we get on with the show here, and that's you guys watch anything fun, interesting?
I watched Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace.
Yes, got it.
I want to say both those movies have this problem where the first act is good and then it kind of drops off. And Casino Royale in particular feels like 3 separate movies wedged together.
Yeah, but the first and third are pretty good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but the problem is the third doesn't feel like it's connected to the second. And
I disagree.
You're right.
Keo, you have a lot of nuanced thoughts on Casino Royale?
No, I just disagree.
I mean, sure, that's a good argument, Stare, but also Mads Mikkelsen literally hits Daniel Craig in the balls.
Yeah, but then they kill him. And then they just have someone else be the villain in the third act. Guy with glasses.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
That guy with the glasses.com. Oh, I would love to see Daniel Craig snap the Nostalgia Critic's neck.
I want to see the angry video game nerd as a James Bond villain.
I don't.
He's gonna blow up Atari.
What do you mean?
But what did you think of Quantum of Solace?
Well, it's kind of... Those action scenes are kind of shot like Taken 3. Which we have talked about on the show before, Keo.
Keo remembers. Yeah. He'll never forget that scene. of Liam Neeson climbing a fence in 18 shots.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Quantum of Solace, every action scene is like that.
Yeah, they're going for the Bourne franchise sort of look, but it's not executed well.
God, I kind of enjoy the concept of a movie that's completely like that, though, just so I can just feel like I've left my body watching it.
Or you should watch that Queen biopic, then.
Oh, yeah.
Which is also shot like that, but it doesn't have any action scenes.
And also, Rami Malek barely looks like Freddie Mercury.
And also, they kind of whitewash his bisexuality or homosexuality.
Yeah, it's great. Great times. Quantum of Solace is a frustrating one because the plot itself could be fun.
It is. It is shocking that they predicted Elon Musk would be launching a coup in Bolivia in the year 2008.
Also, the concept of James Bond being in a revenge film is fun. It's just there's nothing there.
Yeah, it's the worst revenge rampage I've ever seen.
Yeah. Also, I think I don't know if you know this, Stare, but that was when the writer's strike happened.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
So Craig and the director had to write a lot of their own dialogue.
Oh.
So yeah, that explains a good bit of why there's not a whole lot there.
And I'm not going to watch Skyfall because that's not on Amazon Prime for free. But I do want to say it's weird how Skyfall's whole plot is about James Bond being old when they're only 3 movies into the series.
Yeah, it's very strange. I think I read somewhere that initially Skyfall was thought to be Daniel Craig's final James Bond movie. Yeah, I remember that too.
And then they did 2 more.
Yeah, of diminishing returns.
Yes.
Maybe? I haven't seen the last one. But I'm going to assume...
I thought you watched No Time to Die and talked about it on the pod.
No, you're thinking of Spectre.
Oh.
I watched Spectre, which was also long and boring.
Ow. I also watched The Trench starring Daniel Craig from 1999.
Oh, what's he get up to in this?
Nothing. He's in a trench. And the second time he steps foot outside of it, he immediately gets shot and dies.
Oh.
And then everyone else gets shot and dies. And the movie's over.
Sounds like a short movie.
It's 2 hours long.
So it's just 2 hours of guys in trenches?
Yeah, and they're all pissed off at each other. And they're arguing about stolen pornography.
Oh, a serious argument.
Yeah.
Why did you watch this?
Because it was on Amazon Prime for free.
Oh, alright. I guess that's a good reason, isn't he? Is Amazon Prime doing here's some Daniel Craig films day
I
or
suppose,
something?
because that's where I watched the James Bond movies.
Interesting. Well, I watched a little film from a friend, Christopher, friend of the podcast, Christopher Nolan. I finally caught up with his latest, Tenet.
Oh no!
Wow. Whew.
Did you watch it with the subtitles on?
Well, yeah, I had to.
Did you get to the part where it said inaudible dialogue?
Yeah. It's wild because the first 30 minutes of that movie are just what if you never understood anything about anything and just accepted everything that was on the screen? Do you want context? No. You aren't getting any.
Sounds fun.
Which is both exciting and confusing.
So it's like Zeta Gundam, but times a million.
Yeah.
Like all the worst successes of that show.
Because Zeta Gundam isn't primarily focused with traveling backwards and forwards through time.
Oh my god. I'm so glad that never came up in Gundam.
It is
time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would never happen in a Gundam series, I'm sure.
Better not.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right only because the action scenes are pretty cool. Which is when you go to watch a Christopher Nolan movie, at least when I do anyway, after having seen the last couple, I expect some cool scenes, some okay acting, and that's about it. So that's what I got. So I guess overall it was okay. Don't go there expecting to understand the plot or the characters, because the characters don't really exist. Like, that's not a twist or anything. I mean that, like, they're there to serve the plot.
Maybe I'll watch it if it goes on Amazon Prime.
It probably won't.
For
I think it's
free.
stuck on HBO Max.
Rest in piss.
But it was fine. I mean, this is the problem, of course, is that it was 2.5 hours long. Didn't need to be that long.
Yeah, it sounds like a tune out just for that alone.
And the third act has a lot of problems. But hey,
Like-
you know.
What happened?
Like most Christopher Nolan action movies.
Well, the tension involves a lot of, I don't know how to describe it because I still don't know what actually happened to get them to this point. But they are essentially in the future fighting in a bombed out part of Russia, I think. And they have to get this box that contains
It's always a box.
thing that contains a thing that will end the world. It will end the world when this one rich billionaire guy kills himself.
Oh, I love boxes.
And here's the
Seriously.
thing about the rich billionaire guy. His wife is in on the plan to save the world via him not killing himself. And so we get interspersed between this war zone battle, scenes of the wife trying to, like, keep him from killing himself, I guess.
What? This is like the anti-Nolan. The wife is alive and the husband's trying to die?
Yeah. Also, he was tasked with this mission. He found out about all of this future stuff because the people from the future came to him to help them with solving climate change, like stopping it from happening. So there's also a climate message in the middle of this movie. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff here.
Sounds like a little bit of a mess, Swanson. You should have probably did a better job on this movie.
Yeah, I tried, but Chris wasn't listening. You know, he has a vision.
Chris, you gotta let us into your screenwriter's room.
Anyway, I'm gonna say tune out, go watch The Prestige or Memento, something good that he actually did.
I'll think about it, Swanson, but I probably won't, to be honest with you.
He's very good at small scale plot intricacies. It's just when they involve something like this. In terms of actual TV things I watched,
Ooh?
I got around to finishing up the third season of FX's What We Do in the Shadows.
I still haven't even seen the movie. It's just sitting there on my hard drive.
The movie is very good. The show, even better. Probably one of the funniest shows on TV right now, I would say. Very funny. Consistently creative with the weird mix of horror and comedy that it provides.
I will believe you. Since we did give the show a
I
2.5.
trust you, Swanson.
This season was the funniest one yet. It's a way of building both. It does something that a lot of TV doesn't do now, because a lot of TV is focused on serialization above everything else. The show is able to both be a serialized show while also having standalone episodes that can be called back to, but don't need to be. It's very good in that manner. I give it a tune in. Watch it today.
Okay, I'll watch it now. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, bye, Keo.
I'm gonna go watch Steven Seagal's Sniper Special Ops.
I guess the podcast is over.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you liked our Gilmore Girls podcast.
Well, I was going to let Pumpkin fill in for me.
It's November, Keo. We can't have Pumpkin on.
November is the
Pumpkins
season.
Are fine through Thanksgiving.
Keo, I hate to break it to you, but November is the season where you make pie out of pumpkins.
No.
Yeah, that's all we do.
You're going to eat pumpkin?
It's an American tradition. I mean, I'm not personally going to eat that rotted carcass of a pumpkin, no. Stair will.
All right, well, we'll make a pie out of pumpkin, but he'll still be alive, and he'll just be pumpkin pie.
I don't think that's how it works, Keo.
Why not?
I think you die when you're made into a pie. That's what I learned from reading the Game of Thrones books.
If Sweeney Todd taught me anything, it's that when you're a pie, you're dead.
Dang. I guess you stay away from pumpkin then. Don't make him into a pie.
I wasn't worried about making that thing into a pie.
That
but I'm
thing.
I'm just saying. Anyway, before we head into Gilmore Girls, this episode's coming out a little bit later than we planned on, a week to be exact, which means that the recap would be pretty short, based off of our own recollections of the episode we watched.
Yeah, there was a dance, and some people were upset.
Well, we'll litigate that a little bit, but we're early in November, so I figured why not bring in something that people love from the actual episodes of the podcast. It's another round of Guess Who's Coming. Hit the theme, Kyorain.
Oh boy. Hey, it's Guess Who's Coming. Ooh, hey.
That's right. It's everyone's favorite little game show where I give Kyorain and Stairmaster the names of upcoming TV shows for the month of November, and they try to guess what the premise is based off of the name. You won't believe what they come up with.
Well, I will.
You really won't.
So, the month of November, I'm just going to say flat out, it looks like a rough one, boys. I'm not going to be shy about 2020 being, or 2021 rather, I guess both, being pretty bad years for TV in general. But November does not fill me with hope, looking at what's there.
Right.
If it makes you feel better, 2022 can only be worse.
I guess that's a way of looking at it. Alright, well, let's start off with a Showtime show.
Ooh. You mean like a
titled,
musical?
No, like the programming channel.
Oh.
Showtime.
I guess that would make sense.
Titled Yellow Jackets. Well, sorry, it's all one word. I sort of paused there. Yellow Jackets.
Alright, so this is
that sounds... Oh, go ahead, Stay.
So this is about, like, a hive of hornets. But they're all played played by humans in hornet costumes.
Oh, okay.
Like, you could see their faces. It's sort of like the hot dog man.
Classic, yeah.
And they're having, like, disputes over territory with the neighboring bees.
Is Tim Robinson in this?
Yes, he plays the queen.
Oh, okay.
And he puts on a British accent.
Okay, so this is just a sketch from I Think You Should Leave.
No, it's a prestige drama. And since it's Showtime, there will be sex.
Okay.
The hornets will be fucking, but they keep the costumes on. You can only see their faces and their genitals.
Okay. I'm intrigued by this premise.
And then, like, at the end of the first season, the humans start attacking them with bug spray.
Oh, so there's humans in this too.
Yeah, and they're all very big, since these are hornets.
They don't do anything, though, on the screen. Like
not until, like, the last 30 seconds.
Okay.
This sounds like a real show that they really would put on television on Showtime.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a show that I wouldn't have already mentioned to you guys if I had heard about it.
Alright, so here's the real program, Yellow Jacket. Okay, so the actual characters, the people the protagonists of the program, are like they're just like regular Showtime people. They're just like people like walking around doing their thing. But there's a dark villain. He's a former beekeeper.
Uh-oh.
Who former beekeeper who had a sick and twisted turn, and he started breeding, instead of happy, friendly honeybees, he started breeding wasps. Or is the yellowjacket a hornet or a wasp? I think
it's a wasp. It might just be
I don't know. But they're unfriendly creatures, Swanson, I think. So he's gonna start breeding those. And he's like gonna call Walmart and tell them like he's sending in the wasps.
Walmart by name, attack. Like it's good. Like they're sponsoring this show.
Yeah, it's like a strange sponsorship where they're advertising that Walmart's gonna get attacked by like a killer swarm of insects,
and they cannot call pest control.
Yeah, he says, "Do not call pest control."
Bad things will happen if they do.
For the record, Kieran, a yellow jacket is a wasp.
Okay, good. So, I think that's. I don't think I have anything else to say on this.
All right. Wildly talented high school girls soccer players descend into savage clans after their plane crashes in the remote northern wilderness. 25 years later, they discover that what began in the wild is far from over.
What?
I'm confused by this blurb, I'll be honest with you. Because it's the first part of it sounds like, oh yeah, it's Lord of the Flies. And then the last part sounds like, but what if they lived more?
For 25 years.
On the island, I guess, or what?
I guess.
Anyway, I don't know. Make of this what you will. Pitch me on how you won.
Okay, well, I won because my premise involved just regular people and not like some kind of weird performance art where they're in like hornet suits.
But mine had life or death drama and a woman played by Tim Robinson.
Well,
your highly specific casting is only a point against you.
Because there's a woman in mine. You didn't say anything about women.
Hold on, let me look at this. Okay, Stairmaster?
Yes?
Tim Robinson is not in the cast list.
Okay, but there is a woman. I mentioned women. Keo said nothing about there being women.
Well, you can kind of assume that if I say people, I didn't mean like a bunch of men.
No. There's a lot of,
right.
And also, mine had life and death drama, too. There's a villain sending killer hornets or wasps or whatever.
All right, I've decided. Kieran gets the point.
Damn.
Oh!
Let's move over to Amazon Prime, where we've got this series, The Wheel of Time.
Oh, God.
Okay, so it's a fantasy epic about these people in this world, and there's a wheel of time that they gotta find.
It's just like a thing.
And it's by Robert Jordan.
So they're just really laying it on there. All right.
Sarah, honestly.
Yes?
I yield. I'm not going to try.
Come on, you can do it. Come on, come on.
Just give us a little.
Fine. I just feel like there's Sarah probably got it. Like it's probably some magical garbage. Okay, so here's mine. This is a car program.
It's like car talk?
Yes. It's like Top Gear.
That's what
it's Quantum of Solace.
I thought Car Talk was like a show that they show like at 10 a.m. on Sundays, and it's like you call in to this guy and he's like, here's your problem with your car.
I think I was conflating Top Gear with Car Talk, which is an old NPR show, I think.
I think Car Talk's still going.
Oh, is it? All right, good on them.
Is that what that is, though?
Yes.
Am I correct?
I think you're right.
Okay. Anyways, I was thinking just like it's like a show about this hotshot car driver.
No.
Oh, okay. And why is it called Wheel of Time, Theo?
Because it's a Back to the Future ripoff as well. If he like spins the wheel of his car fast enough and does like donuts, he or turns the wheel rather, not spins it, but turns the wheel. He can like go back in time.
Oh, so like Back to the Future.
Marty, watch me burn rubber in this badass parking lot.
Yeah.
Check out my bitchin' ride, Marty.
I tried. That's the best I can do.
All right, let's see. Set in a sprawling, epic world where magic exists and only certain women are allowed to access it, the story follows Moraine, a member of the incredibly powerful all-female organization called the Aes Sedai, as she arrives in the
program. Stairmaster's tuning out on that one. It's all women. Stairmaster's tuning out.
Well, there are men in this, but the main character is female. As she arrives in the small town of Two Rivers, there she embarks on a dangerous, world-spanning journey with 5 young men and women, one of whom is prophesied to be the Dragon Reborn, who will either save or destroy humanity. I mean, I think we know who gets the point in this one.
Did they mention Robert Jordan?
No, but I mean, it is based off of the books.
I don't know. I don't think I should get it unless they said it was Robert Jordan.
It's literally called The Wheel of Time. It's like a copyrighted thing.
All right, if you say so.
I mean, Stare. If you need more, I'll read the first part of the blurb, which I left out. The Wheel of Time is one of the most popular and enduring fantasy series of all time, with more than 90 million books sold.
Yes.
I never once heard of this. Maybe Stare absorbed it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the books.
Yeah, to be fair, the books, I mean, 90 million books is nothing to sniff at there, but I mean, in comparison to pop culture, like, relevancy, I think Wheel of Time is pretty low. Although, I think Amazon is trying to change that here. Anyway, Stare gets the point.
Yeah, I never heard of it. Or if I did hear of it, I didn't know what it was.
They're essentially just making this, like, Game of Thrones with more magic, from what I can tell.
And it has an actual ending.
Yeah, which is nice. Alright, let's go over to a little-known streaming service that we don't really talk about much. IMDb TV.
Yes?
Oh, God.
We're still doing this.
Yeah, Stare, it's tied up right now.
Nice.
Judy Justice.
Oh, God.
This is a lady obsessed with justice, and she's going on a killing spree. No one is safe from her. Her favorite weapons are the hammer and the butcher's knife.
Interesting. So this... Is that it, Steve?
Yes. What else would you want?
All right, so this is IMDb TV's unhinged version of Judge Judy.
Unhinged? Like, she has a gun this time?
Yes.
No, but she's allowed. She doesn't have a gun, but she's allowed to say naughty words to the people in the courtroom.
Oh my God, I would love that.
She can just tell them to fuck off. All right.
And
court is back in session. Oh, what's there?
I didn't get to expand on this because I was going to say they also have a twist to it where there's also scenes where she's not at court. She's
at home.
She's dealing with like...
Yeah, she's a single mom.
Yeah, she's dealing with like household.
Despite being 80 years old, almost, she's a single mom.
Wow, she's been around for a while on this earth.
Dealing with household problems, yeah.
All right. Court is back.
It sounds like I win, by the way.
What?
Shut the fuck up. Wait until Swanson's done.
I said it sounds like I win. Okay, sorry.
Court is back in session. Television icon Judge Judy Sheedland returns to the courtroom. The arbitration-based program will also feature 3 new members of her courtroom staff. New episodes of Judy Justice will be available every weekday exclusively on IMDb TV. That one was more just a plug, it sounded like, but...
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
It's just Judge Judy, guys. Now it's on streaming because cable TV is dead.
They should have made my show.
Anyway, Keo, I don't know if you'd already heard of this program or if you were just taking a wild guess.
It wasn't a wild guess. I heard Judy and Justice.
Yes.
I'm like, clearly...
How do you not... What's wrong with you, Swanson?
I thought it'd be funny to see if someone guessed it.
Can we take a point away from Swanson?
Sure, but I don't.
One of these days we should make Swanson compete.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to pit Stair versus Swanson.
Oh, I would destroy Swanson.
Anyway, Keo, that's a point for you. You're in the lead.
Nice.
Just in time for us to move over to Paramount Plus.
Oh, I just wanted to say Dragon Ball Evolution is also on Amazon Prime. Included with Prime.
If you want to,
what's that?
Feel bad.
Yes.
Is that like the live-action Dragon Ball Z movie that's not good?
Interesting.
Ooh.
Something to think about. This is a Paramount Plus show. It's called Mayor of Kingstown. For the record, I don't think we've talked about it enough here. Paramount Plus, formerly CBS All Access.
Ooh, this is tough.
Wait, what? CBS All Access?
Mayor of Kingstown.
That was where Star Trek was, where that bad Twilight Zone remake is. We watched a couple of shows for CBS All Access. Anyway, Mayor of Kingstown is
sounds like there's nothing good on it, so this is not going to be a good show. It's my guess. So, Mayor of Kingstown, all right? So, There's a town. It's not actually called Kingstown, but they call it Kingstown. It's one of those things.
Okay, as they do.
And the mayor of Kingstown he's a mayor, and he's in the town. I didn't have an idea. I just started talking.
Go on.
You could have fooled me.
Go out, King. Of Mayorstown.
All right. I'm thinking he has a sword.
I'm thinking that too. I agree.
I'm thinking so it's Kingstown, but it's it's a modern day town.
Yes.
But this particular mayor, he's highly anachronistic here. He's got a sword.
What sword?
A katana.
Good.
He's got a crown, and he's not following the rules. He's he's a radical mayor here, and he's slicing and dicing.
You mean he's killing people?
He's going in the kitchen and slicing up a pineapple with the sword.
Oh.
As you do.
No, he's going to kill people.
That is highly erratic, I would say.
No, he's going to kill... There's going to be, not enough kills, but some kills. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That sound accurate.
That sounds appropriate for political drama.
Yeah. Okay, that's my idea. Stair?
Okay, so there's a city, there's this town in New England, it's by the sea, there's some rocks that the waves are bashing against.
Oh my god, you're painting a beautiful picture in my head. You're going to win this.
And a woman turns up dead, and she's the secretary of housing or something for Kingstown. And so there's a huge debacle, and the mayor is indicted, is implicated. So he comes to his old friend, who's this 50-year-old dude, because every TV show has a 50-year-old dude these days, and he's got to get to the bottom of this. But he's also an alcoholic.
Huh.
Okay.
And he's estranged from his family. Well, or maybe the mayor is estranged from his family since he's the mayor. I'm not sure yet.
Interesting.
And this is set where?
In New England. By the sea.
Okay. I didn't put a location on mine, so...
Although you did definitively say that this is not Kingstown.
Yes. A bold move. We'll see how that plays out.
I did say that this is not located in a place called Kingstown. because they wouldn't.
And I said it is a
There's
place
no
called
such-
Kingstown, just for the record.
There's no such place called Kingstown. I think there is, but I don't think that's where this
All right,
place
so
is set.
Swanson, is this set in Kingstown or not?
Mayor of Kingstown follows the McCluskey family, power brokers in Kingstown, Michigan, where the business of incarceration is the only thriving industry. Tackling themes of systemic racism, corruption, and inequality, the series provides a stark look at their attempt to bring order and justice to a town that has neither.
All right, so it sounds like I'm more correct than I am wrong.
It's
Incarceration
tricky
is a
because
form of housing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
it depends on who you ask.
So if I go in and I say that we introduce a mass housing
Yes.
system, you would
be correct.
we would say that we have the most free housing in the entire world.
Well,
Yeah, I think some people would say that's correct.
I think we already do have the most free housing in the entire world because of our incarceration population.
So you're saying that is housing. That's like you would count that
Technically.
and you're happy about it.
Like how a
People
square is a
do-
rectangle.
People do live there.
That's- People live there, but they don't want to. They can't leave. Is that housing?
I mean, we wouldn't be living in Denver if we wanted to. I mean, we wouldn't be living
We're not.
in Denver if we wanted to.
Can we consider the TV Tuner's house to be a house?
It is technically a house, even if it is split in two, and only half of it
Open
is
to the elements?
Yeah, only half of it is the part we live in.
Well, we've been evicted, remember? We established that at the start of the episode that's today.
Yeah, but we're talking about the house still.
All right.
As
And
if,
not the little tent of surfboards we made on this beach.
No, we're talking about the house, because our stuff's still there.
Yes.
Outside of our recording equipment. Anyway, fun fact, this stars Jeremy Renner.
Who is an old man at
Who?
this point. He has been aged
True.
several decades by the gun in your wife's mouth debacle.
That's Hawkeye, Kieran.
Oh,
He had a
okay.
website that everyone was looking forward to.
Everyone was
Until he put
looking forward to it.
No. But he had a website. And then he put a gun in his wife's mouth.
Yeah, you remember all those people you'd see on the street, Keo, who were like, "Oh, I can't wait for JeremyRenner.com."
Yeah, I was looking forward to it.
A lot of people were
I
looking
was like,
forward to
well, he's
that.
going to put it's going to be a really good blog.
I don't even know what it was about. I just know about the wife thing. And I think everyone does.
I'm going to give the point to Stairmaster on a technicality,
Yeah,
which is the best way.
I don't. Yeah, I think he talked about at least a crime happening.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess I talked about a
And
crime
Michigan
too, which
is
was
by
murder.
a body of water.
I guess that's correct. Yeah, that is true. So I guess I'll give it to you.
Is Kingstown landlocked? I think that's my argument. Is Kingstown
Oh,
landlocked?
but
or
at
not?
least, hey, Gil, you said it wasn't even in Kingstown. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
But you were very specific about your setting. You were saying like
But I
specifically.
said
this
it was
like,
Kingstown. You said it was not. So suck my dick.
You said it was Kingstown, New England.
No, I said it was a town in New England that was called Kingstown.
I don't know if
New England is-
Kingstown itself exists.
And you said it was not a place called Kingstown. And it is a place called Kingstown.
Fine. You're still wrong about it being by the sea, though. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain.
Could be by Lake Michigan.
Yeah, where there's waves crashing against the
It
rocks.
gets windy out there. I've
What they
seen
say
it.
about that's the
Yes.
motto of Lake Michigan. It gets windy out there.
Have you heard of a place called the Windy City?
Where there's big rocks. Where
In classic,
Yes,
in
it's called
Michigan,
Navy Pier.
Of course.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong about the geography of Michigan. I actually don't know a thing about it.
You don't know shit about shit.
But that sounds like an ocean thing, not a.
Sounds like an
lake
ocean
thing.
man type discussion.
You're right.
It's true, and we're not the ones that talk about it. That's for the band Ween to discuss.
But if they did discuss it, it would sound a little bit like this. Ocean man, take me by the hand to the land that you understand. I thought
Anyway,
were
sir,
gonna
you got
cut
the
me
point. Don't make me take it away.
off. Okay.
So it's a tied game, which leads us to our last bit here. The Netflix. This is over in Netflix land. We always got a little Netflix for you in this game.
They're unpredictable. I can never tell what they're going to do next.
There's something wrong with those boys.
Good luck with this one. It's called True Story.
Oh my god,
Fuck you.
please, Swanson. What?
Okay, so this is about Herodotus, the father of history, who made some very preposterous claims, like there being ants in Persia that dug up gold, that later turned out to be true, if slightly misunderstood.
All right.
It turned out it was anteaters that dug up gold dust.
Yeah, Stare, who plays this character?
Herodotus? It would be Russell Crowe.
Wait. Can you repeat that beginning of this? Because I had like an aneurysm when you were talking.
I was too high concept for Keo's brain. Alright, so this is about Herodotus, the father of history, who...
Which mythology is this?
No, Herodotus was an actual guy who compiled a history of the world, which was like the first historical thing in the West, which had a lot of stuff that people thought was bullshit, like ants digging up gold in Persia. But it turns out later but it actually turned out it was true. It was just a mistranslation. It was actually talking about these anteaters in Persia that dig up like fool's gold when they're making their burrows. Anyways, it's about him assembling his history of the world, including crazy stuff like the Phoenicians sailing around the Horn of Africa.
How did you come up with this?
I was just thinking about things that were true, but people would not believe to be true.
Okay.
He's played by Russell Crowe, so keep that in mind.
All right, so this story is not true.
Oh, so it's like a Coen Brothers type deal.
It's like Fargo, yeah.
Yeah, Fargo, which doesn't take place in Fargo.
Well, the TV show doesn't.
That's true.
Yeah, so they advertise it as a true story, but it's like not true. It's just like there's some highly improbable things that happen, and it's like they're doing crimes, and it's Fargo. That's all I got, Swanson.
Keo's big idea is it's Fargo.
That is a good idea. I think people would want to watch Fargo.
Well, I think that's why we have a TV version of Fargo. But
yeah, it's called Fargo.
And again, I don't know.
So interesting. Keo went with the most... We both went with oddly specific ideas, but mine is more batshit insane.
When you think about it, a lot of Coen Brothers titles are misleading. No Country for Old Men? There's a lot of old men in that story.
Yeah, well, no. It's No Country. There's old men, but they're not welcome.
I don't know. Tommy Lee Jones seems like he's having a pretty nice life.
No, he seems very sad at the end. He seems haunted, I would say.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he doesn't die or anything, so it's pretty nice.
Okay.
Alright, true story. A world-famous comedian desperately searches for a way out after a night in Philadelphia with his brother threatens to sabotage more than his success.
Okay, that sounds like Fargo to me. Keo gets the point.
Is that... Okay, I'll be honest, I watched one season of the Fargo TV show, and it wasn't the first one.
But this does sound like a plot line to a Coen Brothers film, like the premise. If you were like reading the blurb on TV Guide, that's what they would say.
That is true, and I know some additional details about it that makes me question whether or not this is a Fargo scenario. Which is that it stars Kevin Hart and Wesley Snipes.
Holy shit. Holy shit. What? Are you... Huh?
So if it's a Fargo scenario, Kevin Hart is going way off of his usual deal.
Good for him.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not.
Wait, Stare, you're taking it as confirmation that it's...
I don't know how true that story is.
Okay.
Kevin Hart is going to be in Smash Brothers.
Like, I think by saying it was Fargo, I implied that it takes place in the last century, so...
No. Season 1 of Fargo
point?
and Season 3 take place in contemporary times. In the
All right.
century.
I think I've only
That's
done
what
this...
I'm saying, this century.
I think I've only done this one other time in this game, in which I looked up on Wikipedia for additional info on the series. Are you ready?
Okay.
I think you should just give it to Kia,
Yeah.
but okay.
True Story... Well, it's probably going to end up going that way, but we'll see. True Story is an upcoming drama series. So Kevin Hart is apparently doing a drama show with Wesley Snipes.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
The blurb isn't even located on the Wikipedia page, so I guess that's all the info we got to go off of. So I guess point to Keo.
Wait, we don't get any detail. I thought you were going to, say what it was going to be about, actually, instead of that very vague blurb.
Okay,
but...
here's... I have done... This is unprecedented. I've done additional research by going to IMDb, home of IMDb TV.
Okay.
A tour-stopping kid's hometown of Philadelphia becomes a matter of life and death for one of the world's most famous comedians.
All right, so Herodotus did travel the world, the known world of the
Was he
Mediterranean.
Sarah's trying to argue this again.
Was he a comedian?
Oh, it was very entertaining.
People did laugh at what he said.
It's true. They said, wow, crazy stuff, man.
So that can't be true. That's a joke. And he said, ain't I a stinker?
Okay.
But he said that in Greek because he was.
Well, yeah, I don't know how to
It
speak
sounded like
Greek.
something like.
Excuse me?
Greek people talk like this.
Alright, Keo wins.
Just qualified for racism.
Once again, this isn't even the first time. So there you go. Kyorain, you've won yet another game of Guess Who's Coming. Congratulations, buddy.
Stairs' show sounds much more novel than mine. You should get the point for it.
I mean, sure, because your show was just, what if we did Fargo?
Don't people do that all the time, though?
Evidently, because that's what this show sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, Keo, I do have a prize for you, and it's tickets to the school dance.
Who are you going to take?
Yeah. Probably my girlfriend.
Oh,
Oh, boo. She's not even on this show.
Are you trying to get me to take, Stair Swanson?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'll take him, but it'll be kind of awkward.
Yeah, Stair doesn't dance, really. He just sort of, he moves his hands back and
Oh, I
forth.
could kill it on the dance floor. Don't even test me.
Stairs like that one meme.
No,
where it's like
the my feet hurt guy, who's now the they don't know guy. How did that happen, anyways?
Yeah.
The meme totally just changed its content and theme.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I can't help you there, bud. My info on this is limited.
Stair, you would definitely be the my feet hurt guy rather than the they don't know about.
I like to think I'm.
Or they don't know I'm.
I like to think I'm the they don't know guy.
Oh, you think that's? I'm thinking just knowing you though, how much you complain about discomfort.
Yeah,
you would
I
be
am
the
in
my feet hurt
perpetual
guy.
pain. My throat hurts right now, and I don't know why. I think it's the dry air.
All right, well, that's been another rousing game of Guess Who's Coming. I guess it's time for us to finally get to Gilmore Girls, huh?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, we watched episode 9 of Gilmore Girls, Rory's Dance, and now we're going to do, I guess, a pretty brief recap of what happened.
Yeah, we're already through an hour here, probably even after editing. So
Yeah, the most pivotal episode of the show thus far. We're just gonna skimp on.
It's great. I'm sure the people who listen to this are gonna love it. Alright, so yeah, basically the gist here is that there is a school dance coming up, and Rory is not sure whether or not she should take Dean because they're not really boyfriend and girlfriend yet. they're in that awkward teen phase of whether or not to consider each other as such.
Yeah, I don't understand this at all. They kissed and held hands and stuff. Why wouldn't they just say they're boyfriend and girlfriend at that point? It's not like Lorelai's considering dating someone else.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't want to go through that yet. Talk to each other about it yet.
It puts you in a vulnerable position to say that you're like they're your boyfriend, because they could be like, "What? No, you're not."
Yeah, that is totally something a teenager would worry about irrationally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, she has to go to this dance. Well, she's thinking about going to this dance in a school that is filled to the brim with just awful people.
Racist.
Just horrible people. Garbage individuals.
Are there any black people at Chilton?
I didn't see any.
I don't think there's a single black person.
Yeah. The only person with any like color in them at all that is in Gilmore Girls is Miguel.
Yes.
As far as I can tell. So far.
That's insane.
They can't get away with this.
He is ridiculed for being French. And that's the reason, and not because of his attitude.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so Emily, Lorelai's mom, is all about this dance. She hears that Rory wants to go to the dance, and she's all excited and stuff. She essentially badgers Lorelai into inviting her over to take pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what ends up happening. Dean does agree to go to dance with her. Although at first he seems reluctant to go to a dance at all, because he's not the type. I guess he finds out he has to wear a tie, and he's like, I don't do that. Which is another teenage response. But eventually he decides to go.
He was just like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Dean is what I call a land of contrasts in this episode.
Like
he is at once
people.
Sure. He is at once not wanting to participate in the dance and all the activities in here, but is willing to, at a moment's notice, help Rory out of some awkward situations potentially.
Listen, if your man is wanting to put himself in that position for you, he's your man. To any teenagers listening.
That's true. That's what they say. It's in the books.
It's in the Bible.
That's true. Gilmore 3:16. So yeah. Meanwhile, Lorelai, I forget how she gets this back spasm. I think the mannequin.
She's making a dress for Rory, and she blows out
and
her
like
back.
the like mannequin that she's making the dress on falls on her or something, right?
No, I think she just pulls a muscle, doing a lot of sewing.
And so she's sort of confined to just a single position on the couch.
Yeah.
Her mom notices this and is like, "Well, I can't leave you in this position, so I have to stay here.
I can nag you without end."
Yes. And Lorelai is...
You're completely at my mercy now.
Lorelai is not happy about this situation.
Like, thing. What did she try to feed her?
She tried to feed her mashed bananas on toast, I think.
What?
Which she says she used to like as a kid, and there's a funny little bit where they both try it and realize that it is in fact horrible. What ends up happening, of course, is that they sort of have a nice little time bonding with one another again. And you can kind of see that they're both starting to slowly warm to each other. Don't worry, it won't stay like that. But the main crust of the action here, the main crux of the action, crux is what I'm looking for, is, of course, Rory's dance.
Crunch.
Yeah, there's no crunch, there's no crust on this one. I guess there might be some crust. It's a 21-year-old episode. A little crusty.
It's a little crispy.
It's crinkly.
So they go to this dance at Chilton. All of the people that we absolutely hate are here. There's Paris, the girl who is consistently trying to compete with Rory, even though I don't think she cares. What we learn in here is that Paris took her cousin to the dance. A fact that Rory wasn't going to reveal, but that she reveals to everyone anyway.
She didn't she was just slightly amused by it, and she was going to keep it to herself. But
yeah, that's what the kids call playing yourself. And
they do say that. I've seen them.
Yeah. And there's some other people. I think there's a moment where one of the girls is trying to hit on Dean, and Dean plays it off very well by reiterating that he is here with Rory. I forget exactly how the scene goes, but it was nice. This all culminates in
he's like, oh, you're talking to me? Let me go grab my girlfriend here.
Yeah,
chuck her at
That's what happened.
And and the other girl's like, well, I don't care now. And she leaves. This all culminates in, I think the guy's name is Tristan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Tristan.
Yeah, this all culminates in Tristan, the absolute scum of the earth.
I can't believe Tristan from Yu-Gi-Oh!
No.
It was here.
No, this guy's worse.
Actually, his name is Honda Kyo.
Stare, don't you start.
Do you think in the Japanese version of Gilmore Girls, this guy's name is Honda?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
I want to see the Japanese dub of this.
This is the second most popular American show in Japan after 24.
I feel like you made that up, but I'll take your word for it.
Do they dub shows like this, or they just put subtitles on?
I think they dub it.
Oh, we gotta find the Japanese dub of this. Get the interns.
It's possible that we could watch the Japanese dub. You could watch it on Netflix, the Japanese dub. I'm not saying it's there. I'm just saying it could be.
Get the interns to research
There's
this.
no YouTube clips of the Japanese dub of Gilmore Girls.
We're branching out to making the interns do research for us instead of just doing social media now. That's what I've decided.
Sounds good. Well, what's the odds?
Right?
What's the odds of that happening twice? It's not like there's a bunch of strikes going on all at the same time or anything.
No.
And luckily, they have no contact with the outside world outside of Twitter.
That's true. That's all we let them see. I do have bad news, which is that there is no Japanese audio on Netflix for Gilmore Girls. I've just been sent this piece of paper by the interns.
Wow, they work fast.
Yeah. The crux of this episode comes when Tristan decides to confront Dean, and they go back and forth a little bit. Dean has perhaps the line of the series to this point for me, which is that Tristan's trying to fight him, and he says, "I'm not going to fight you. You're wearing a tie. It'd be like fighting an accountant."
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And he's absolutely devastated from this. He can't come back. He does try to attack him from behind, and Dean just turns around and gets right in his face, which is nice.
Yeah, this was pretty satisfying, honestly.
This was satisfying. This is actually a rare TV moment where it's satisfying to see someone get comeuppance without them actually getting beaten up.
Yeah.
Usually in TV, the guy just gets punched in the face or something.
Oh yeah, but they're kids. Also, this would be a one-sided slaughter.
He says as much. He says he would kill him.
He's not going to fight him, because if they did fight, he would kill him.
Yeah, I couldn't help but think about the room during this scene.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Oh. Well, you're finally free of its curse. I still have the brain worms.
Dang, that's devastating.
I'll kill you.
You couldn't kill me. That's what
you thought of?
You tried. More Mark's responses.
So who is Mark in this scenario, and who is
Tristan
Tommy?
Is Mark, and Dean's Tommy. It's Johnny.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks, yeah. It'd be like fighting an accountant.
Yeah!
Let's go, Rory. I'm done here.
It does sort of sound like Wiseau dialogue.
I'm fed up with this dance. Yeah, that'd be good.
I can't wait for Dean to have the "I'm very busy" arc.
Where Dean is just sitting in a car all day.
Yeah,
He's just at the
he answers
supermarket.
the phone. Rory's trying to call him, and he's just like, "Very busy. I told you."
I'm busy with work at the supermarket. She's like, do you want to hang out today? In a few minutes, bitch. I can't wait for Dean to violently throw a TV out the window.
I can't wait for Tristan to accidentally shove Mikhail while playing football. Mikhail's like brutally injured.
It'll be a very strange arc on the show.
Yeah.
Almost as strange as the arc when Emily reveals that it is definitely breast cancer.
Oh no, I forgot all about that plot point.
Is that what you? That's what you want to call it? Yeah.
Okay, not plot point, but yeah, it didn't affect the plot of the movie.
There's like a 40% chance that Laurie's mother is going to get breast cancer, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure someone who's watched Gilmore Girls is listening to this and is like, knows of the future plot point and is just like, ugh.
Someone's got to get breast cancer. This is a show for women.
That's right. That's how that works.
Yeah, they have a special episode for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes!
Which is coincidentally when the season starts, so... You know?
Interesting. Something to think about.
So yeah, they go for a walk around town and, eventually they fall asleep at the dance studio because the door was left open. A bit of plot contrivance, but it's fine, I guess. And they awaken the next morning. Rory immediately rushes home, fearing the worst. And, I mean, I guess essentially the worst did happen here in terms of argument-wise. So this all... They wake... Lorelai and her mom wake up. They realize Rory's not here. They immediately start bickering with one another over, just, you know, everything that's been built up throughout the past 14 years or so.
Yeah. Lorelai's mom is like backseat momming.
Yeah. And it's also just like telling her, like, listen, you know, she's going to get pregnant just like you did.
I don't want my granddaughter turning into a slut.
Yeah. She's going to ruin her life.
Yes, that's the
stuff.
unspoken.
And it's not even unspoken. I think she says that.
Shows what I remember.
And they go back and forth. Lorelai kicks her out of the house. Rory at some point hears the end of the conversation and likes what her mom like sticks up for her, and she is going to thank her for that. And her mom is like just very angry still. Takes it out on her. They have another argument, and we end with all three of the titular girls of the Gilmore variety not really speaking with one another, it seems. And
that's a bad mood.
I guess that'll lead into the next episode, presumably. I don't think it'll just be washed over.
The next episode is just going to be like Miguel's adventure.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. Miguel's bizarre adventure.
Yeah, sounds great. I can't wait to see what Miguel does with a cherry.
Oh,
So that is a very shortened version of what happens in this episode.
Yeah.
A good episode from what I can remember.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
It definitely feels like everything that's been built up so far in the past episodes has come to a crux here. So that's something at least. I'll give it a tune in.
Yes. Yeah, I'll tune in.
I think it would have been a light tune in, but Dean's absolute slaughtering of Tristan was enough to make it a tune in.
Yes, I would agree. That made the episode.
Stairmaster?
I'll give it 2 bags of popcorn. Or 5 bags, how many? It's supposed to be.
Sure. However many bags you want, bud.
Thanks.
So, okay, I assume that's a tune in.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Whatever.
Okay.
So,
Stair's upset about something.
Stair's always upset about something. All right, well,
Can't be denied.
That'll about do it for this week's episode of the Gilmerrier. Quick programming note before we go off the air here. We're gonna take a break from this for a bit, and finally get back to TV Tuners proper. Which means
things will be the same.
That's right. Nothing has changed, except I guess now we're evicted. So I guess we'll be on the streets. That's changed, but it's the streets of Denver still. So, but we're gonna
Denver, where we're at right now.
Yeah, where we live, Denver. We're gonna be starting off with a big bang. We're coming in with hot episode 150. What could it mean?
It's gonna be insane.
But not
Someone
really.
will die.
Hopefully,
wait, no, that happened last time. That happened last big episode. No one will die.
Someone will live.
Is that a good way to get you to watch or listen?
Someone will come.
And it will be Adam Sandler. So, yeah, we'll be back next week with the official return of TV Tuners proper. Until then, keep drinking coffee. Bye. It's over.
I found him.
Hey, folks.
Hey, wait for me. Let me do. Okay, go.
It's time for the TV Tuners Gilmore fact of the week. Did you know that Stairmaster invented Tristan?
It's true. My greatest mistake. I alone must put an end to this evil.